All right. Welcome to Maximum Xcrawl. Tonight, I'm literally the emperor of mankind, and I am joined by four complete fools who thought that celebrity would be enough to buy them a trip to heaven. So, yeah, that's what we got going on right now.
Yes, we do.
I want to go ahead and describe what Xcrawl is first. And then we're going to introduce our characters and jump into play. Sorry, we're going to introduce our players, and we will introduce our characters in-game through the use of the magic of promos. Xcrawl is a blend of unexpected genre elements combined to create a highly original, offbeat adventure game that combines strategic dungeon crawl action in a harsh dystopic setting of absolute authoritarianism and rigid class conflict, with a quirky alternate modern history, a carnival mirror view of the strange world we live in, and a treatise on the phenomenon of fame in our celebrity worshipping culture. Its grand strategic challenge that forces out-of-the-box thinking by presenting crawlers with improbable situations that they simply could not discover in a standard fantasy setting. Most of all, Xcrawl is fun, monster slaying, sports car winning, crowd pumping, face on the cereal box fun. In short, it's not your grandma's dungeon crawl. Xcrawl is the modern day North American empire. In it, Emperor Ronald Reagan, first of his name, continues to rule.
All hail.
All hail. Continues to rule all 23 states of America that stretch from Alaska to Panama. Bloodsport is legal. Dungeons and Dragons is replaced with something called Dungeon Battle, an incredibly popular tabletop role-playing game that became a LARP, that became an amazing experience where criminals and monsters would be put into dungeon modules, and celebrities, athletes, fame seekers would enter those modules with their crazy, bizarre traps and kill them, take their stuff, and win sports cars or toasters.
Yeah.
Or trips to Panama.
Or VCRs.
Or VCR. I mean, no, not VCR. It's 2016, buddy. No one wins VCRs.
The new car.
According to what I read, TV was just invented.
But recall that magical TV has been around for a while. You can use.
Oh, okay.
That's how they do, instant replays is on big magical
Got it.
screens.
Okay, so it's like a magical. Crap, what's the Betamax?
It's not actually a replay. It's just a time rewind.
Yeah,
It's a magical
exactly.
Betamax. Got it.
Yeah. So that's Xcrawl. Essentially, if you wanted to, you could play several games of Xcrawl or an entire campaign where you do nothing but dungeon crawl in weird and zany situations, constantly trying to push forward what you were doing. And it can be a lot of fun. Lucas, I don't know what you're doing, but you are pinging the whiny part of your mic constantly. It's literally constantly. Whatever you are doing, never do it again. Please do not do it. So let's go ahead and introduce our players, and we're going to start with Lucas because we already got him on the spot. How's it going tonight? Well, now we can't hear you at all.
Yeah, I'm muted. Okay.
Oh, good.
It's been quite a busy day. Just trying to rush back and get back here. I apologize about the audio problems. I'll be looking at that in the future. Doing good. Now I'm settled in and sitting and looking forward to this. I know Pathfinder, and yeah, that's all I got right now.
All right.
Just trying to get settled in.
Where can people find you if they want to know more about what you do?
I have made a new branding name as I'm starting new adventures, and I'll talk about this stuff later, but it's LucasGVariety. It is my umbrella for many things I wish to do in the future. And yeah, that's about it right now. It's just starting.
Awesome.
let's go with the other new person. You may have seen Adam and Rich before, so we don't really need to talk about them that much. Michael and I are
They don't
on.
care about us.
Yeah, it's true. That's absolutely a thing that I believe. Michael and I are on a show called Burning Crowns together on Sunday afternoons. Not this Sunday, but most Sundays. Actually, less than half of the Sundays since it started, I think. Michael, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hi, my name is Michael. As AP said, I'm on Burning Crowns over on LucasGVariety channel, where I play the lovable little cuddly horrible human being named Laurenthal.
There you go. That's more fitting.
Here, I strive to be playing an equally horrible human being in a very, very different way.
I mean, you're a half orc, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
So
I
not
wouldn't
really.
go that
I'm
far.
half human. I'm
Human
half
being.
horrible human being, and rest just normal orc. So I'm still about like 1.5 horrible human beings. It's great.
Stop being such a racist, Adam. God.
Adam.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You
So
disappointed
yeah,
us.
I do some game design stuff. I run SwiftKite design, and I play nerdy stuff on the internet for fun. It's great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's reintroduce people you probably already know. Actually, this could be reaching an entirely new audience. I have no idea. Adam, who are you? And
Hi.
why are you constantly on my show?
Because I've stolen your soul. In order to get it back, there's a certain number of challenges you have to complete. We're each about a quarter of the way, so you're getting there. You're getting there.
None of that is true. None of that is true.
It's sort of like the Herculean challenges where he has to like.
It's more like that. It's more like that old TV show where the guy got turned into a dog and he had to do a bunch of nice things.
Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Jesus, what the hell show is that? I mean, that's a Kevin.
Yeah, it was a horrifying TV show for kids where this guy got turned into a dog because he like did one mean thing to an old man, and the old man was like, "You're going to be a dog now, and no one's going to know who you are until you do 100 nice things for people or something like that." And the only person that like could talk to him was like a person that he bullied once back in middle school or something like that.
Oh, is this like the final plot to Wilfred? Because that would make so much sense. Holy shit!
That's the gritty.
That show would finally have a point. It's just like
I don't know, it was like back in the 90s or something like that. It was like a kid's show, and like it was kind of terrifying.
It sounds like
Isn't that a movie with like Kevin Spacey that's coming out about being a cat?
I don't know.
9 Lives, and yes,
Yeah.
I watched it with a 5-year-old. Actually, I didn't because I was feeling horrible that day. But apparently, there were a lot of poop jokes.
Oh, good.
Movie
That was
industry.
like all it really had going for it. There was a lot of dogs drinking. There was a lot of cats drinking scotch. And sitting on things.
Sounds
I
like a
swear to
Kevin.
God.
Sounds like a Kevin.
Movie industry needs to understand that just putting Kevin Spacey in something doesn't automatically make it good.
Take it back.
It makes it suck a lot less. But that
I don't know. One of the quote unquote best Kevin Spacey movies, American Beauty, is one of the most awkward films I've ever seen because the fake child nudity to actual nudity ratio is altogether too high.
So Tux, how about that introduction?
Yeah, that introduction. I'm Tuxtradamus. If you're curious about me and my internet stuffs, you can find me on the Twitter, the Twitch, the YouTube, all at Tuxtradamus. Yeah, I do video game stuff. I do role-playing stuff. I'm here a lot. I'm on my own channel sometimes. I'm on other people's channels sometimes. And I will hopefully be doing more stuff because it's fun. And the internet is where my soul truly belongs.
Chosen by the god of the internet.
Okay, well, Rich, I hope you have a entirely less strange introduction than that one.
I don't know. There's no
dogs.
guarantees lately.
He's still in my heart.
So, hello, boys and girls. For those of you that don't know who I am SidAlpha. You can usually find me on them YouTubes doing video game reviews, news, and first impressions, things of that nature, and occasional giant rant videos, which I actually just posted one of those yesterday. I don't know if anyone's ever seen any of those rant videos, but they're actually amazingly cathartic. Actually, just sitting there yelling at the camera mindlessly like some kind of psychopath is strangely soothing to the soul.
No.
Just invigorate.
You can actually, a lot of you probably know me from the Winners at Edge campaign that I'm here usually on these nights, but unfortunately real lives got in the way. But got us to bring Lucas back on because we've had him. This is actually the second time I've gotten to play with Lucas on camera, so I'm excited about that. And Michael, I've never played with him before, so
Welcome to the baptism of fire, my friend. I think I've played. Fucking what?
that was not me.
You can still hear it. I'm not sure you're actually muted.
How is that? Okay, listen. Oh my God! Do you guys both have the Roll20 sound open? Is that why it keeps happening?
Ooh.
Have you guys
Did
not
you
disabled
not turn
Roll20
off your
video and
Roll20
sound?
sound?
That would be why Luke keeps muting his Zoom call, and then in Roll20 you still hear him. Is this happening? Is this what's happening?
Yeah, if you set both of them to nothing, disable.
Yeah,
That
I
should-
want
Upper
I want to
right-hand corner,
broadcast and I
gear
want to
widget.
receive from.
Turn it
I
off.
think we're good now then. Yeah, that
All
fixed it.
Yay!
Hi, guys. I'm bad at this. Welcome to the internet. I will
right.
be your lovable idiot.
It's been an amazingly on-point introduction. There's
Is that better?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Now that your computer's not splitting sound channels.
right. Perfect. Perfect.
I need to hire someone to do this stuff for me. I have a wife, so that's good.
Let's go ahead and get started.
How much
Cool.
money are you offering?
We'll negotiate later. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, I guess I'm not in the game. I'm just so happy.
So we begin in a blasted, sandy wasteland with like a volcano rising out of the middle of it improbably. And orcs with obsidian weapons are fighting an enormous dragon that is breathing fire on them. And the camera is like helicopter view, swoops low. You can see there's something in the background, like a... What's that city in World of Warcraft? Dalaran, like an enormous bubble dome city. The helicopter view follows it, and in the lower left-hand corner, in sans serif font, it prints out Mexico City, Mexico, North American Empire. And it follows it inside into a enormous stadium where there are 20,000 cheering fans divided by class lines. The bleachers are where all of the poor lower class fans, orcs, half-orcs, goblins, trolls, monsters, half-dragons, all of them inhabit those. The working middle class, most of the stadium, and then the boxes and fine velvet cedary, posh carpeting is inhabited by the lords and ladies of the North American Empire, including Count West and his wife, Kim, Countessa West. In the center of this huge stadium are several... The walls are opaque from the outside. It's like one-way glass effect. Inside, they clearly appear to be different sections of a dungeon. And to those inside, you know, they would see dungeon walls and a ceiling. And to those outside, they can see in through whatever the closest wall is. And people are getting set up. Like, there's someone with two red, like, aircraft signal things that's leading a motorized vehicle carrying a Tyrannosaurus Rex inside of it. And he's like, yep, take old Rexy over there. Yep, bring it back. Okay. And people are, you know, there's hot dog vendors, hamburger vendors, troll meat vendors, just giving out stuff, beer, drugs, all completely legal, of course. And into this, the center podium begins to rise. And on top of this podium is tonight's dungeon judge, DJ Callie. Now, this young woman, she looks to be early 20s. She's wearing one of those, I think they're called Sailor Fuku outfits. The, like, Sailor Moon style, but longer skirt.
Okay, yeah.
Like, actual naval, like, American Navy used to wear stuff like this, and that's why it became big in Japan.
So
She's wearing
down to the knees.
Yep, she's wearing a black version of this, but it's unbuttoned. Just one button too far. She's got pink hair with purple and green highlights and a heart tattoo upside down underneath her left eye. And she seems to be going through, you know, like diagnostic calibrations of her microphone. If you recall, as wrestling fans, there used to be that guy who would go to the ring and, like, take the microphone down and be like, in this corner of the ring. I could not remember that guy's name. But he shows up and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Xcrawl event of DJ Cali Division 3 National Championship. Tonight, we are pleased to welcome a new team to the arena. First-time Division 3 runners. We had a chance to sit down with them backstage. And Flash, Guzzo, Whipster, and Cosmo are all on a couch together. And there's a off-screen person interrogating all of you that's like, so, Flash, you seem kind of like maybe you're the leader of this group. What's the name of this little group that you've gathered here?
Oh, damn. Name of the group.
And then smack Slash on the back. Tell him, son.
The Delvers. Flash's Dungeon Delvers.
Flash's Dungeon Delvers. Well, that sounds like the kind of name that might go down in history, huh? Tell us more about yourself. Now, Flash, as you might know, Division 3 is mostly for pro athlete college graduates. Why did you join Xcrawl?
Well, you know, it's just something that this sort of competition has always been in the core of my soul, and it's always been something that I've strived for my entire life. And I realized that I had an opportunity. I finally decided to just reach out and take it, because that's what you got to do, man. If you want to follow your dreams, you just got to go out there and go for it. Don't let anything stand in your way, and that's what got me to this point. I don't let anyone or anything stand in my way.
All right. Whipster, you're probably the best well-known member of your team. You really set the Division 2 college stage on fire with your... I see that there are several names for it. They call it the Downbeat Devastator or the Shadow Shuriken. What exactly is the name of this move? And there's a replay of Whipster with like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Style arm deck, just shooting shurikens out of it while mixing on a like a table.
Nice.
As a DJ. What exactly am I looking at here?
Well, I like to call it the downbeat beatdown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds real good, buddy.
Yeah. See, the secret is you hide the first shuriken in the downbeat of the next shuriken. It surprises everybody. It's just crazy.
All right. What's that thing you're doing with your voice there?
Oh, it's just a part of my equipment. Because I'm also a performer on the side.
Oh, yeah. You're a jammer, right?
Absolutely, I am.
All right. You got like a hot singles mix you want to throw at us right here?
Yeah, if you go onto the MTV, you can probably find my single playing around 5th level.
5th level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It sounds like
it's playing pretty well in the overseas market, of course.
His face darkens briefly for you as he's like, overseas market. Yeah, we care a lot about that. Guzzo, why don't you tell us more about yourself, and how do you feel coming to here, Mexico City, the site of one of the greatest defeats of goblinoids and orcs? during the War of Subterranean Aggression?
Well, I'm happy to be here. And fuck them. They were weak. Obviously, the better people won, right?
Wow. All right,
As we're sitting in a room with just us and him.
not an attitude that you normally hear from a half-orc.
Well, that's because real half-orcs don't lose.
So it cuts to the scene of the actual crowd that's going on right now. Can you make a grandstanding roll real quick?
Not bad.
Okay. Yeah. Grandstanding. What is my modifier to that?
Charisma.
Okay, 1d20 plus my
Plus
modifier.
charisma. Yep.
Plus, if you have any skill points.
Yeah,
in
if you have any skill points in grandstanding.
Oh, we need to
Do
roll.
I have skill points in grandstanding?
Sounds like you don't. Okay. A bold move. Yeah, the orcs in the crowd are just outright booing, and some of them are like hurling beer cans and hot dogs into the dungeon area, and riot police are already going up there with like shock prods and just horribly like they're hitting them with the tasers hard enough to like dislocate people's jaws. It's basically like a wave of blood and a small riot going on. The regular common folk, like the middle class folks, no one's really like, yay, Guzo. They're just like,
Guzo's not here to make friends,
I know.
so that's fine.
All we see of the off-screen commentator now is that he like steeples his fingers before him, and
This
he's
guy's
like,
human, right?
yeah, he's like, Cosmo, I want to know more about you. I've heard that you spend 18 hours a day in the gym. Is that true? They say you consume over 5,000 calories a day. You look fantastic.
Yeah, well, I got my diet plan and my coaches and my trainers that I don't talk about it much, but regularly 16 to 20 hours a day, give or take. It's strenuous, it is, but that's what I do to live the game and be the game.
Who is the coach of Flash's Dungeon Delvers?
Why, that would be me.
Okay.
I came up with a training regimen. I make sure he goes through it every single day.
You don't feel it's a little unusual to have the coach actually a member of the team?
Well,
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
So
You lead best by leading in front, don't you?
So, Flash, I have a question. Why do you hold Cosmo to this level of dietary restriction and physical perfection that the rest of your team clearly lacks? He says that, pointing his
Guzo
fingers at
rubs his beer gut.
Guzo.
You know, I say the same things to him. It's never listen to me. Just whatever.
Well, it's simply because everyone's talents lie along different areas. I mean, look at this boy here. He is the epitome of physical perfection, and that is why he's our front man and why we all kind of duck behind him.
All right. Now, let me ask you a question, Whipster. Why are you Xcrawling? Why do you even show up for the game?
Well, I want to diversify myself, you know?
I understand. That is one of the commandments. Diversify thy assets.
Of course. Yeah, 'cause I got my music and it's my passion, but, the crawl is just, that's where it's at. People love the crawl, and as do I. Hail Apollo.
Hail Apollo.
Hail Apollo.
And he makes the sign of Apollo, a sun in front of him. Guzo, I didn't hear you say Hail Apollo. The
Hail
divine.
Axon.
Oh, okay. So you're one of those orc lovers then.
Do I look like an orc lover?
I've heard that you are the worshiper of an orcan deity.
Well, yeah. It's part of the appeal. All branding, you know that.
Your belief that shapes your entire reality is part of your branding.
What's your name? What's your name?
That's how
yeah,
dedicated
why-
the Dungeon
so-
Delvers are. We live the game, every aspect, every moment of it.
So Cosmo, why do you Xcrawl?
Well, all my brothers and sisters run the family business. Dad gone, my mama there. She just pushed me for my dreams and was like, well, business has already been taken. Let's push to the physical perfection. And after the Olympics didn't work out and all the athletic wrestling, the Xcrawl came about. Well, it seems to be about the most perfect place to go. I just want to crawl, be the game, and win.
So as this fades out, it's just the three other members of the team are behind him, but slightly smaller and kind of silhouette darkened. Cosmo is standing like on top of a tractor with cornfields behind him, and the American flag is waving.
Can we get the lightest hint of trumpets?
Yeah. The Imperial Anthem plays. Perfect. So DJ Callie completes her sound check and is like, "All right, it's DJ Callie time. Remember, try not to fall in love with me." As all of you gather at the first, what's called a no-go door. It's a giant steel like battleship style door you have to open and swing in, and it will take you into the chamber. And once you've entered, it will close behind you and lock. You'll not be able to exit that way. The only way you can exit is by finding the next no-go door, which will typically be located right by the treasure.
And the big things, right?
Yeah, I mean, each room you have to survive and figure out what the trick to it is, whether that trick is complete and utter murder or something else.
You all are human, correct?
Yes.
Half elf.
Half elf.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Humane.
Half elf. 2 half elves and a human. Okay, cool.
I feel like you could do a good joke there.
Forgot my lineage. Oops.
So we take you to the first room. As you enter, the door behind you locks shut. You're in the stone dungeon, and not dungeon as in like weird mossy thing, but like a castle prison complex. There's a nameplate that names this as ADX, Federal Penitentiary. Sorry, Penitentiary. And that the prison ward is to the south. The crowd is hushed down as DJ Callie is going through like they've all entered through the no-go door. Let's see what they're going to do next. I'm keeping my eye on Cosmo.
All right, guys. I think it's clear what we have to do. We need to get through here, win this thing, and enjoy the crisp taste of Crystal Pepsi.
A bold move by Whipster, promoting Crystal Pepsi.
Can you turn that goddamn auto-tuner off? It's giving me a headache. And then Guzzo casts. Guzzo just like casts
Fucking Crystal
down
Pepsi.
the hall, looking for anything.
What are you casting?
Nothing. I'm just looking because I realized I didn't take light as a cantrip.
A bold move.
Everybody does have guidance and resistance right now because I have them as cantrips. So yay!
So does anyone have a light source?
Yeah, I have a flashlight.
All right.
I have dark vision.
I have lights.
I don't know that flashlight will work here. I think that's too electronic-y.
Oh, it was in the Xcrawl gear.
Oh,
so
is it? Okay, then yes.
What is which one of these are our tokens? I'm
You should
guessing I'm
only
the
be able to
sort of
control the
cleric-y
one.
looking bastard.
Only one of them should be able to be controlled by you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Actually, I need to roll the rest of my hit points. That's level 2 and 3. Can I just do that real quick?
Two. It's
Wait, so what are these spells? Who cast what on us again?
Guidance and resistance. You have a +1 to. Let me read exactly what it does. You have a +1. They're cantrips. So if we're not in direct combat, as long as you have most of you have a +1 to saving throws and a +1 to attack rolls. saving throws and skill checks.
That's only on the first one, though,
Yes.
for guidance.
Okay. First, whatever we do. Okay.
Yeah. And assuming we're not in combat, I could just re-up you after you use it. And this is the rage of the orc god, like coming down and guiding your hands. It's pretty great. Metal as hell.
The orc god you believe in for branding purposes?
Yeah, so I don't get killed.
I mean, you're gonna get killed by other orcs, because you're an orc racist. So what's the plan here, guys? The crowd watches you like gear up, get all of your weapons and armor out, cast spells on yourself, but they're getting a little ambivalent. You know, you're the headliner team for day 1 of 5.
Don't we need to roll for there's like X points or something like that we can use to
there
roll?
are mojo points for your teamwork.
Mojo points.
You do not roll for them. You start with 3.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
and I
okay, I thought we
have,
would
since
then.
we've been training together for at least 6 weeks, I'm assuming, we share our mojo pool.
Yes, you are an actual team.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
So
I think,
I didn't want to pull that in until we started using it, but let's go over mojo points. Points from the mojo pool can be added to any d20 roll on a 1-to-1 basis, except for saving throws. You cannot ask for mojo points. If you do so, you don't get any. Other players can offer them to you out of the pool. And depending on the situation, you may earn bonus pools or fewer. And you are correct. Actually, the highest charisma bonus individual rolls a d6 plus their charisma to figure out your pool size.
what's the highest charisma here?
I think Flash actually he has a 5.
Probably mine. I've got a +5.
Yeah, go for it.
You said it was a D6, right?
Yep.
Do it.
Okay, you start with 8.
Nice.
Average.
It's a very large amount, actually.
Nice. We got our mojo, baby.
We got a mojo, baby.
Yeah,
As
before
we're
we-
going in here, I want to turn and start working the crowd, like trying to amp them up as I'm ushering the team forward.
Are you trying
you
to
see the crowd?
grandstand?
Yes, I certainly am.
Okay. Let's see here. There's going to be some penalties to this, I think. Because you're grandstanding without having done anything yet. Let's see here. Okay. Nope. So you can grandstand twice in any room, and then once after you've completely finished the room, for a maximum of 3 fame points per room. Trying to get the crowd on your side, working your magic, and generally becoming more likable. So go ahead and make your grandstanding skill after you tell me how you're doing this.
I'm just like trying to get my mouth to actually work properly here. I'm like just kind of like trying to get the crowd to like, look at these guys as they're getting ready to go in, are ready for some excitement, shouting out, "Are you ready to go?" Things of that nature.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the nobles are like gently clapping. The orcs hate your team. Like, the orcs are literally like chanting Gozu's name and several insults in orc. But the people of the middle class, the common American Empire civilians, are all like, yeah, let's see some blood.
If I cast, what can I see around this corner? I'm just gonna start heading in.
Okay. Around the corner, you see a extended corridor which ends with a set of barrels.
Could we get our
Barrels
ass-
seem to be marked as like hogsheads. So some form of like salted pork inside.
Obviously explosive.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
Let's keep moving forward, boys.
Is this map to scale?
Yes, it is.
At this end of the room, I'm going to cast guidance, so I get a 60-foot radius of magical detect. Not guidance, 60-foot radius of detect magic.
Yeah, there is no magic emanating from that barrel or from anything in the area.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna have my long spear out, ready.
I've got my broadsword or bastard sword. The symbol of my
I'm
god.
flipping through the records in my arm.
What kind of music are you currently getting ready to play? Like, are we talking Wham or are we talking Wu-Tang Clan?
It's a big mix of stuff, like techno. Yeah, a little bit, like a little bit of Wham, a little bit of like. It's a big mix of different genres. Like not much rock, but like pop, techno, rap, like a bunch of stuff. Like since house music isn't really a thing here, you'd probably be like one of the first house musicians, kind of like EDM kind of stuff.
Now, I described earlier that in your college days you had like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. What's it look like now?
Probably still really similar to that. He's probably like improved on the design a little bit. It's like probably not as big and bulky. Now it's more integrated into the armor. He's got composite sport armor, so it's like the big carbony plastic stuff that's like super hard but now it's like he's got like records kind of like in his arm, and he can like slide it into a player, and it'll start playing out of the equipment, and that's like kind of in his arms, and then he's got the stuff going up to his throat that lets him do the auto tune.
Yeah, okay. As the team continues to slink forward, DJ Callie is like recounting the history of this team's statistics during your college years, like how none of you were MVP, but you did fairly well, that your batting averages were pretty good in the cages. But the crowd is getting a little antsy that nothing's happened yet, and she's starting to look nervous up on the announcer's table.
Uzo's getting a little nervous.
Can take a peek in.
All right. Cosmo, as you continue to move forward, there is a campfire in the next room, around which are the remains of several Mars bars, and a small feast of McDonald's hamburgers with the wrappers that have been taken off. Some of them are half eaten.
I look at him in disgust, not recognizing it as real food. Just kind of like, got some junk in here.
There seems to be enough that all four of you could probably sit down and comfortably enjoy this meal.
Uzo ain't about that. He's actually going to keep
We
going
haven't
this
even
way.
done anything yet.
Maybe this is for us later when we get beat up.
Okay.
We'd have to
Gozu.
move backwards to do that.
As you dash forward, you find several pads of paper, some maps. It looks like someone has put like an authentic dungeon treasure trove here of worthless pieces of gold, an adventuring journal.
Journal.
Reading.
So what's the hook?
The DJ's gonna put.
Perhaps we should have our bastion of physical perfection going in front.
Well, thank you, but I'd much rather have Cosmo go first.
Oh!
I look confused for a second, and then
By all means.
and then I walk forward. And shall I do a perception of some sort?
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll a perception check.
You have guidance.
Okay, so that's a +1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. As you're looking over all of this,
Guys, the journal's a bomb.
what kind of weapon do you have?
I have out right now. I have a baseball bat and a long spear, and I have the long spear out.
Yeah, as you're crawling forward, the long spear scrapes against the dungeon wall while you aren't looking and makes like a choke on. Oh, and like the crowd is just like, oh shit, and you can't hear what DJ Callie is saying, but you can see she just got really excited.
I think it's about to.
Here we go, boys.
I will set for a brace.
Yeah. Guzo's gonna get up front. He's got his shield out and his bastard sword, and he's just ready for whatever's coming. And he's like banging, trying to attack it.
Yeah, Whipsta's gonna like push a record in and push play, and so now it's like the start sounds like the beginning of any dubstep song. So it's like and then we'll wait for the drop.
Okay, yeah.
So what's the plan here? It sounds like you were all like drawing weapons, bracing, preparing yourself.
Yep.
How long do you wait?
I'm getting psyched up. If I don't see anything coming around that corner, I'm gonna start moving up slowly.
Right.
Shield banging.
All right, you're shield banging. You're announcing yourself.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm bringing this shit in, man.
The orcish crowd, the goblinoids, all start doing the tomahawk chop while chanting Gozu's name now. They seem to have very quickly switched sides.
Yeah. I'm just boom, 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 boom. And I'm moving up slow. If nothing comes around the corner,
I'll stay right behind him, being prepared to attack over around his shoulders with the long spear if I need to. Being more quiet. Which one?
just shouting, trying to get something to come out.
I actually ready one of my barbed arrows in my short bow.
Okay.
I'll have my rapier out.
Sword and bastard sword.
Yeah, I'm staying.
What is this stuff down here again? Just like random gear?
Yeah, it's okay. So in Xcrawl, they sometimes put stuff like that down there to make it more authentic. After
Is any of it ever useful? Is the one.
sometimes it is. So in every room, you have to find the treasure before you leave. It's not clear whether the treasure is hidden inside this or not.
So this is like when you're selling a house and you put a bowl of fake fruit on the table?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sorry, not every room has treasure, but those that do, the treasure is normally located by the no-go exit door, which indicates you finished the room.
Okay. Anything like, I guess, do I see anything like particularly of note in the stuff?
Yeah, there's lots of like, it looks like someone ripped Lord of the Rings, like several chapters of it out and spread it out across the journals.
No, that's just
especially
no
anything involving the Mines of Moria. There's lots of mentions of the Balrog. We cannot get out. It's not a. They call it a mine.
They call it a mine.
They call it a mine.
Can I sense movement up ahead?
Terrible thing to do to a classic.
Roll perception.
Your thing. Roll sense movement. Let me see here. It's not that different, actually. 1d20 plus.
Do it.
Where is sense?
I mean, perception is sense movement.
Perception.
Yeah, but I have levels in it, so I don't see
You
anything.
mean sense motive? Or
Sense motive is to like tell what someone is thinking.
That is different then.
Yes.
Let me do that again then.
I mean, I'll take your 3 roll. Just tell me what your modifier is. And unless it's like plus 12.
It's 6. It's plus 6.
Yeah, okay.
oh, same thing.
Yeah, you're listening in and you can't hear anything over the pre-track going from Whipsta. Like, he's laying down that dungeon crawling beats and you can't hear anything past that.
Anything worth note of there? Still shield banging, trying to draw whatever's
Yeah,
out.
Gozu, as you come around the corner, the crowd, the audience suddenly goes hush as you see an enormous shrine, but also the next room is very big, and you guys don't see it. You as characters don't see it, but the players and the audience sees like a Borderlands-style introduction sequence that plays on all the big screens and on the pay-per-view screens at home. What happens is it's an empty arena and a monster truck comes rolling in and does a backflip over like 4 cars, and you can see that there's like 80 goblins hanging off of this thing with like guns that they're just shooting in every direction, and while they're upside down they set off a fireworks display. and Invaders Must Die by The Prodigy starts playing as they continue their
Nice.
circuit. And it's like, it's them cutting a promo. They are the Gob Boys. They're an extremely popular contracting group for low-level Division 3 runs. Like, any goblin can join them, and they will train you in the art of dungeon running and goblin defense drills. And so you see, as you go around the corner, Gozu, there are 3 goblins with short bows drawn in their hoodies, and they all have Gob Boys logos on them, and they're just like, Gob Boys! And unleash the beast. So let's go ahead and roll initiative to see who strikes first.
Unleash the beast.
What is initiative?
Surge.
Yeah, how do we,
Plus your dex, and then any other like special stuff.
1d20 plus dex? Or 1d8?
1d20.
Okay, I don't have a modifier. 19, motherfuckers!
All right, there should be a auto initiative macro, and you know what? I forgot to tell you guys it. Let's see if I can do it here. So it's slash roll 1d20 plus. And tracker. Is that how it works?
Ooh, Zo. I'm so excited, guys. I want to hit some shit.
That didn't work at all.
I'm so excited.
I see
Hang on, I have it.
Do you have it?
I believe so.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I didn't roll yet, just in case.
Yeah. I'll find it. I feel really bad for not having this set up. It's been so
cool.
long since I've used it. All right. Now I've got it. There we go. I'm going to send it on Discord so you can
Okay.
copy and paste it.
Gotcha.
I was just popping over to Skulls and Shackles to grab it.
Yeah, so long ago. Ridiculous.
You just paste that. Oh, okay.
Yep. And
Can I keep my 19? Because I really want
Yeah.
it.
So roll it. It'll add you to the initiative, and then we'll roll back.
There we
You
go.
can change it once it's in there.
Daisy.
Boom.
Oh, God, boys, still go first.
Yep, God Boy's going first.
Oh, I don't know if I went in right. I thought I did.
You didn't, but I'll add you.
Okay.
Oh wait, I need to double check my macro here. Hang on.
So probably because I didn't click before I rolled it.
Is that? There's my. I have too many damn windows open. Okay, that's actually 1 too high. Should be plus 4, not plus
Okay,
5.
so you're at 7?
Yeah.
All right, we are at the top of the round, and I'm mentioning this because, Guzo, you have a special ability. I need to know if you're going to pop it or not.
Fictionally, most of them haven't seen the goblins, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it this round.
Okay.
I'm just going to, like, get up my shield and get ready to go.
Yeah, Cosmo, you see, like, a change on Guzo's face as he goes around the corner, but he hasn't said anything yet. What do you
Goblins, fuck them up!
I'll change those. Okay, all right. I hear goblins. It's time to roll.
God, boys.
So what's the plan, Cosmo?
Do your thing.
So it's me. Okay. I guess I would move around the corner and go right in after him.
Okay.
Do I just move it, or do I supposed to do something special? I have 8 squares.
You have a movement speed of what? 30 or 40?
40.
Okay, yeah. So if you pick up your token and hold spacebar, you should be able to like subdivide where you're going to.
Okay.
And it should let you know when you've moved 40 feet.
Okay. This is definitely something new. It's not. What the hell?
So just click and hold your token, and then press spacebar everywhere you want to stop at.
Oh, okay.
Do you see like a yellow bar that tells you how far you've moved?
Yes.
Okay.
How do you do that again?
Hold the token,
Yeah, it's
then hit spacebar, everywhere you want to go to, and it'll track how far you've been. Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
As you
Yeah, it's
move
really
around
cool.
the corner, Cosmo, it's clear that there are far, far more goblins than originally anticipated. There are 6 gob boys, all with bows pointed in your general direction, hiding behind either large obelisk-type objects or small wooden pillars that they can hide behind. They are in a really good defensive position. You've moved. You still have another action, which you could use to move again or do any number of things. What would you like to do?
I'm going to double move and try to close, I suppose.
Okay. Show me how you do it. All right.
And I actually have a long spear with reach. Does that...
As you pass into this particular square,
Okay.
the floor opens up beneath you. I need you to make a reflex save. As the floor swings on hinges. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Reflex. Okay. Let me just double check, make sure what that is. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. Come on.
Yeah, tell me how you just nail getting right past this and continuing on your way.
I think as the floor drops below me, I throw my spear out forward into the door that's coming down and use it to jab into it so I can just kind of push myself forward and then continue in stride and just rip it out and keep going.
All
Not
right.
breaking stride.
Did you just used your guidance or your resistance?
I used it on the roll that I did before.
Okay, you have it at the top of the order, so because I re-upped until we went into combat.
Yep. So you don't have it
You
anymore.
haven't used it.
It
so
just
that's
got
good.
blown. All right.
Okay.
You are currently with your long spear threatening this goblin who steps around from cover and pulls out their weapon. It is like a flash-welded piece of garbage that has been made into a blade. It's literally like someone took soda cans, welded them together, and then sharpened them. And you can see the Pepsi Cola logo on a couple of them through the charred blackness. And as he steps forward, he attacks you.
Okay. Let's see.
11.
I have a 16.
All right. And then the 3 northern god boys all fire on Cosmo, and the 2 southern ones fire on Guzo. So here are the rolls for Cosmo.
I need a 17. To hit.
21 to hit.
Yep.
15.
No.
Okay. All right. So a wave of arrows fires at Cosmo. You manage to duck or dodge your way out of most of them, but
Yep.
one slams into you for 2 points of damage. And a 11 to hit Guzo.
I have an AC of 15. Is that an 11 to hit for them?
I mean, no,
I have an
11 is
AC
their
of
total.
17.
11 is their total, so they do not hit. They lean around their obelisk and continue to fire across the room over Cosmo toward Guzo, and it is not working out. The arrows sail past you, Guzo, and like clatter behind you where Flash and Whipster can see them. They definitely look like horrible, wicked little, like tubes of metal. They don't have arrowheads. They just literally have sharpened pieces of junk. They're basically using someone's refuse as their armor. Guzo, it's you. What do you want to do?
Okay, I got 30 feet of movement, so...
That's times 2. 19, 20. How much is that way?
Okay, move up 30 feet. Any traps trigger?
Nope.
And I think you see Uzo like raise his sword up in the air and like scream, and then just black mass descends on the north half of the room,
Okay. What are you casting?
I am casting Unnatural Darkness.
Interesting.
I forget the specific name, but either way, it makes everything in a 20-foot radius concealed in supernatural shadow.
So is it just a darkness spell?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You have to cast that on an object that you are touching.
Oh, that's fine. I cast it on me.
Okay. All right. You are now bursting a 20-foot cloud of shadow, which is easy to do. We're just going to do this. And everyone should be able to see it. Boom.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah. It gets pretty dark in that room.
It's fine. I have dark vision 60, so I'm good.
Yes. So do the goblins.
That wasn't for the goblins.
Okay.
Me.
However, I do not. So
Whipsta.
Stay out of it.
Yeah, I'm going to, let's see.
And mark down that lasts for 1 minute a level.
So it lasts for 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
holy crap.
I'm just going to set my dark vision to 60 so I know what it is.
Move into the darkness.
You're a half elf, so you actually can't see well in there.
I thought he
That's fine.
could. I thought half elves had dark
I
vision.
have low light.
No, they have
light.
low light vision, so they can't see
Yeah,
anything.
that's okay. I'm not, yeah.
Twice as bad as
As I
you.
move in, I like switch out and push another thing in, and we drop happens. And now it's like doing the stuff, and I'm playing. I'm going to use my combat rock. So,
Okay.
So everybody gets +1 to hit, damage, and will saves.
Okay. Guzo, as long as you can, as long as your dark vision reaches the edge, you can see perfectly beyond that.
All right, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yep. Flash. I'm curious. I don't know how much of a fan you are of Whipster's music. But you just heard it kick it up a tempo.
Flash just shakes his head at everyone just blindly running in there. Takes a moment. Puts his sunglasses back on for somehow magically the 5th time in the past 2 minutes.
It's a custom cantrip you designed that causes summon sunglass.
It just falls out of the sky.
No, it slides in from like the right side of the screen.
And the words "deal with it" appear in pink neon over your head.
Just deal with it. It's perfect.
All right. So then I'll just... Oh, that's cool. Start moving.
Welcome to the future of year and a half ago. Almost.
Hey, I never knew how to do that. I've seen people do it plenty of times. I never actually bothered asking how to.
Do you have dark vision?
No.
You can't see past Guzo's cloud. So in front of you, there's literally just a ball of shadow and darkness you can't see through.
Oh, crap.
There is a small area along the south wall right next to this weird stepwise kind of Aztec shrine.
Like obvious cultural appropriation shrine is
Yep.
what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'm
as
just
you,
gonna
as
double
you
move there.
charge up it, the audience is like, and they all look shocked. But yeah, you can see part of the room. It's hard to see anything on the north side, but you can see most of the south.
Well, that's literally all I can do. So,
All right. It is the top of another round. Do you want to activate any powers there?
Yeah, I want to Alpha Strike.
Okay.
Guzo just yells, "On me!" And then everybody goes on the highest initiative order, which is 24.
Make sure you mark down how many times a day you can use this as. And what is your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier, it's gone up recently.
Okay.
Because I figured out I was doing point by wrong. It's 8.
Okay.
So it's 8 plus 3, so I can use it 11 times today.
Your wisdom modifier, wait, 8?
Holy crap! What?
That's not possible.
Excuse me, boy. Wisdom modifier is 4.
Okay, that's way
It's
more
an 18.
plausible.
It's an 18. That's my fault.
Yep. Okay, so you can grab all of your allies and yourself. Everyone this round will act on Cosmo's turn.
All right.
Damn.
So Cosmo, what do you want to do?
I think the athlete has grapple. He can do damage when he grapples,
Yes.
just automatically. So
You're going to have to drop your long spear in order to start grappling, but it is something you can definitely do.
I look pissed that I just took a little mark alongside my face from that arrow or whatever it was, and so just in a fury, drop it and just go at him with both hands.
All right.
Just try to. So is that just a CMB?
Yep, CMB.
Let's see, what is that? +6. Let's do it. Come on.
Looking to match a 12. No. All right, you going for that grapple, right? The God Boy slaps you in the nose.
Bad. That's a
And
bad
then
adventure. Bad.
he goes to kick you in the balls, and you spend the rest of the round like protecting your junk.
Out of the
Dark
dark,
sexy armor on too.
out of the darkness, you just hear, "Stab it, you knucklehead!"
Now let me ask you, Cosmo, what does your sexy armor look like? Are we talking like Michael Phelps in a Speedo sexy? Are we talking like Blaze from American Gladiator sexy? Like, is there a lot? Is it very thin, stretchy material? Like, how does this go down?
I thought about a little American Gladiator style mixed with like NFL football player, like more running back, less pads,
okay.
more slim pads, protective on the body with a kind of a matching small cap.
Do you have like a really awesome midriff that like just shows off your bottom of your six pack?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure we got about 3 inches there, maybe like that goes around, and then
The first little bit of the V. Yeah.
and he's Greek too, so he's just like this statuesque. Like,
Yeah, totally.
So even though you look like a moron, you look good doing it. Like,
try.
the crowd is
You
like
good?
laughing and jeering. The nobles are all like, ha 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 ha! Look at that handsome young boy get owned by that goblin. Guzo,
Now.
you're up. What do you want to do,
Just needing
Guzo?
to see how far I need to move here. If I move to, hold on, I gotta do my pinger. I move to that point.
Yep.
I have cover from arrows, right?
Yes.
That's the plan.
All right, that'll give you +4 to AC.
Fucking beautiful. That's what that is. No, stay. That's not what I want. 20. I'm gonna actually move up here. That's cool.
Okay, I need you to make a reflex save. As the floor... Oh, you went the wrong way?
Yeah, I went the wrong
All
way.
right. Well, then you don't need to make a reflex save. Pretend I didn't say that.
Okay, yeah. So, what are the penalties of trying to make a range attack at 5 additional feet?
-2.
-2.
You're outside the range increment.
I think Guzo, like real quick, like drops his sword, like down into the ground, whips out a spear, and just tucks it.
Okay. Yeah, you draw your spear as you're moving, and you chuck it. Let's see this roll.
Come on. No ones, no threes. Winner, chicken dinner.
-2. That's a hit.
I didn't see a roll.
I haven't rolled yet. I'm
Okay.
making sure I got the modifier. Fuck.
No, he didn't roll a 1 or a 3.
Yeah, as you go to throw this spear, you like come around the cover.
It's
And
just like where the hand goes forward and the spear just goes.
yeah, you go to throw it, and the spear just clatters on the piece of cover next to you, the like pillar, and all the goblins are just fucking cracking up. Whipsta, you're up next.
All right.
This is a clusterfuck, guys.
We're okay.
You guys are rolling like Tavern RP.
Oh, God. No, actually, I think it's still
Actually-
slightly worse because he actually
I
managed
rolled better there.
to 0.
Yeah, I'm actually on camera right now. This is bad.
My last roll is an 18. I'm saying.
What's happening here, Whipsta?
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do 2 moves to get here. I move through this square. If that means anything.
No, it doesn't.
Sure, get right in my way.
And you're maintaining your performance
Yeah,
music?
yeah. It's a free action, so I can just.
Yep.
Yep. I've got the combat rock still going. And is it a thing in Pathfinder that if you're in the way, it makes someone's attack roll?
There's literally already many things in everybody's way. This whole room is a horrible shit pile of cover.
Yeah, I don't like this room, guys.
This is like a paintball zone.
Yeah, so this
That makes
is
sense.
the essence of Xcrawl, that you find situations that you would never see in a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that leaves Flash. You're up last.
At the very least, it let
Flash
us-
puts his sunglasses back on. Oh, I have ruler turned on here for some reason. All right, I'm going to.
Magic missile.
Magic missile.
No.
Good choice.
Right here, I'm going to drop a Spellweaver Blast.
All right, tell us about this.
Ooh, that sounds good.
All right,
It's
so
a
for
5-foot
those of
burst,
you-
right?
A
It is
what?
5-foot burst. Spellweaver Blast. This blaster can substitute a prepared spell for an explosive eldritch attack. The standard Spellweaver Blast has a 30-foot range, does damage in a 5-foot burst radius, and does 2d6 points of magical energy damage per level of the spell burned for the Spellweaver Blast.
So, which level?
Victims may make a reflex save. DC equals 10 plus the substituted spell level plus the blaster's charisma bonus for half damage. Just burning a level 1.
Okay, all right. So the resistance is 15 then?
16.
You have a +5 charisma?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that made it. Wait, no.
It's
That's
2
too
different
bad.
goblins, and they have a +2 reflex, so one of them makes it.
So, yeah, man, I that was straight up min max. I rolled a 1 and a 6.
So one's going to take 3, and the other is going to take 7.
Nice.
What does your Spellweaver Blast look like?
It looks like a straight up Kamehameha, but instead of an actual beam that comes out, it's like a swirling globe of electricity that just blasts out and then just detonates in between the two.
Oh, it's
Kind
actually
of like
more.
an EMP
With my
burst.
thing. It's actually more.
Oh, yeah, you
One
get
more.
another point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get
Yeah.
to add a damage point to that, so it's
I'm helping.
I have a question for you, Flash. Have you ever killed a man before?
We're
No.
X-crawlers.
I mean, you're X-crawlers, but you were collegiate level, where it's
Yeah.
all like padded foam, and like Nerf bats and stuff.
Oh,
You
I
practice with
imagine
real weapons,
Flash
but
has
when you go
not
into the
killed
field,
anyone before.
okay. You have a choice here. One of the goblins goes down from your blast. Do you execute, or do you allow him to surrender and live?
I'll let him surrender and live.
All right. So
And
yeah, he goes
wait,
down
in
unconscious.
the process of doing that, I'm going to activate my special feat that I can do only during combat, which is bring the noise. And I'm
Bring
going
the
to
noise.
I'm going to get
Okay.
the crowd wrapped up into it. You know, the whole thumbs up, thumbs down thing.
All right, let's double check. Bring the noise real quick and see what's happening. According to Bring the Noise, you can attempt to bring the noise. Make a performance grandstanding check again.
Nice.
Yeah, you add 2 points to your mojo pool, bring it up to 10.
That's right.
All right. So yeah, the crowd. At first, they saw you knock this gob boy unconscious, and they were like, "Boo!" But then you like made a spectacle out of the Kamehameha, and they were like, "Yeah, okay, yeah."
We
So
don't hate you.
it's pretty divided. Some people are like holding up Cosmo signs, and some people are like thumbs downing. It's now the goblin's turn. After everybody alpha striked, the top 3 goblins are all going to fire at Guzo,
Okay.
who is no longer in cover and is standing right in the open for most of them. The bottom 2 goblins are going to concentrate on their good friend Cosmo. Jesus, you have 48 HP? You're a monster.
Yes.
So together they have to help me figure out how their attack rules work. So together they have to hit my AC, or individual D20s have to hit my AC.
Each of them rolls individually.
Okay.
So that's 13 plus 4 for
miss.
17.
So shut 46.
What's your AC?
4 is 17.
Yep.
Yeah,
What's
they
your-
hit.
Okay. Then I'm guessing the 18 will also hit, and the 1 does not. So what happens is the first goblin, all the way in the back, fires too soon. You're still like looking at the spear that you dropped, and the arrow like swooshes through your hand, and you catch it, and the crowd is like, "Whoa!" And that's when each of your shoulders get impaled with other arrows when you aren't looking.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
How much damage do I take?
You take 5 points of damage.
'Tis but a scratch.
So you say. All right.
camera freaked out.
Cosmo, what's
I
your
got
AC?
Sorry about that.
The AC is 16.
All right. Yes. The god boy in front of you has his sword out, and he's using it more like a knife. So he's keeping it in real close, and he's like, ah, ha, ha. It's not getting anywhere close to hitting you. And the archer that's in the back is just like leaning around the corner, immediately firing, and then going back. Like, not even looking at what he's doing, just assuming that with all the people down there, he'll hit something. It's not working out. And that brings us to the beginning of a round. Gozu, do you want to use your special ability?
I don't want to use it unless we're all either about to die or like, well, actually, specifically, if I'm about to die. I don't care about the rest of them.
All right, Cosmo, you are up.
We're at
Cosmo?
Hey, I'm chaotic evil. No.
All right, I need to.
Okay, I'm neutral evil. I don't give 2 shits about you.
And strangle the life out of him. So after dodging around with him, I'm just gonna suddenly lunge in and try to wrap my hands around his throat.
Okay, all right. Make your roll.
And let's see if this does better. So this is CMB with a +6.
Okay, yeah, he's totally grappled. You've got him. Like, are you doing Grecian style wrestling locks? Like, you've got him in some sort of classic headlock type of thing going down?
I was thinking headlock, grabbing him and turning it around and just.
Oh,
Like-
yeah, the goblin's like, no!
That's
no,
wrestling.
And my grapple does a 2d6
Jesus.
at this level. So
That's an effective grapple.
yeah, that's why I probably need to use it more than the weapon.
Wow.
Oh,
+1.
13.
Yeah.
what does this
Thank you for reminding me.
What's the sound of this goblin's head popping off sound
Let's
like?
see.
See, I wouldn't see this guy as a murderer before either, especially with the padded stuff. He's just a very focused, trained athlete and willing to do what he needs to do. So he doesn't have like not a villain like he
All right,
wants to.
so
them.
you don't deal damage on the first round of grapple.
Is it? Oh,
If you maintain the next round of
And
grapple and you keep a hold of him, you will then deal the damage.
Okay.
And I'll let you
Goblin
keep
now
that
cannot
13.
Attack is
Right. You're just holding him for now, making him super easy to hit. He is immediately going to try to get out because he does not like this situation at all. He's not going anywhere. You're like, got him in a headlock, and the archer dude in the back is like, stop screaming! Stop moving! I hit him! And he goes for the
that was a
shot.
shield in front of me.
No, yeah, like he almost shoots his buddy in the process. Like the arrow swishes past one of the like hoodie tails, you know, the little like drawstrings, and cuts it off. Flies past Flash's head. That's team bottom. Team top is going to continue firing on Guzo. Like Guzo's doing such a great job of standing in the open. And let's see if
one of
that
them hits me with a 20.
critical does not confirm. And nothing else is going to hit. So the guy that's standing directly in front of you, like, leans around and just eagle eyes a short bow shot at you. The camera zooms in real tight on this gob boy, And when the shot goes off, on the pay-per-view, they cut to an interview with the God Boys coach who's like, oh yeah, Kozu does very good. Kozu, great. Kozu, amazing at shot. Now, Bozu, very bad. And Tozu, nah, he in the back, very. And the shot slams into Gozu for 4 points of damage.
Starting to feel the burn, guys.
Yeah, bouncing off your armor.
Guzo looks noticeably pissed. I think he gives the God Boy the "you're next," right?
You're next.
Is he calling his shot?
Oh, he's calling his fucking shot.
Do not throw away your shot. Are you dabbing right now?
Huh?
Tuxtradamus, did you just dab?
No, I was doing the Babe Ruth.
No.
What is a
No.
dab?
Just don't
Gotta
worry
dab,
about
boy.
it. He's cooler than us. It's fine.
Dab.
Yeah.
I've
Guzo's,
accepted that AP's cooler than I am already. Long ago.
Guzo's gonna run up, and he is going to tell me how exactly does Mojo work?
You cannot call on it. I know. Just asking that question disqualifies you.
No. Like I want to understand what it does, right?
Someone else can be like, here are 4 points. You get a +4 to your next roll.
Okay.
You cannot
okay.
ask for Mojo. If you do so, you cannot use it that round.
No. I was more interested for someone else who I'm worried about dying.
Right. You're asking for a friend.
I am actually. I was wondering if it could like give penalties to enemies.
No.
Okay.
No, it's a representation of your teamwork spirit.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't have a lot of that, unfortunately.
probably
Fortunately, the
gonna
rest
die.
of your team does.
Yeah, I'm gonna impale this guy with my bastard sword if I can.
All right, you whip that shit out. He's looking pretty scared. He's like looking down at his short sword knife. Because he's a small creature, so his short sword is like a knife for you. And you're pulling out like this masterworked bastard sword that looks fucking beautiful. And he's just like, uh-oh. He's still holding his bow, too, so he's in some deep trouble. Now, let me ask you, what's your fighting style look like? Like, how do you swing this thing? Is it one-handed for you? Is it two-handed?
Well, it's a miss, but it's sort of a have you ever seen videos of like guys fighting with patwas where they're like their arms are like really straight and it's all about like the cutting across your body?
Yep, yeah.
It's like that, and the entire time he's keeping his shield out in front of him.
Yep,
He's
you
cutting
fight
over.
Roman Legionnaire style, where you're just
Yeah.
trying to get that in between. Yep. He's seen this before 100 times from every wannabe new crawler. So while he was worried before, once you bring the shield up, he's like, I know your moves, and just like dodges every like swoop. He does a dab boy right in the middle of it. The crowd just fucking nuts.
Can I cast a spell as a bonus action?
There is no bonus action in Pathfinder, my friend.
Okay, good
Nope.
to know. Because if that was the case, I was going to cause fear on this fucker. The good news is all the humans in the crowd can't see this,
That's true. That's true.
which is the only reason I cast darkness, by the way.
All right, Whipsta.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do. What are these yellow things in the?
They're short pillars. They're like 4 feet tall, and they're exactly 1 goblin length wide. They make it hard. It's like very hard to move through a square that contains one, but they make perfect cover for a guy that's gonna pop around and shoot you with an arrow.
Hey, AP, is there such a thing as summoning sickness?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
If you summon something, you can use it in the same round.
I'm not sure if this is a thing or not, but is there a? Let's see. Wait, can I even get there in one turn? I could if I just had a little bit more. Is there a combat feat that lets me move a little more?
I don't
Swift
think
foot
so.
or fleet foot? Something like that. It's like 5 each time you take it, I think.
All right, how do I cancel that? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think I like crouch down and I start doing the Naruto run, and I move a lot.
Oh,
faster
you just hold your hands behind yourself?
Yeah, totally. And
Do the
I'm spending a
noodle
key
arm.
point to take that feat. That lets me move a little bit more.
Okay. What is it, like an extra 5 feet?
Yeah, it should be an extra 5 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. That is exactly what I needed.
It's just
that
typing.
much.
Okay. That's
I
fine.
imagine the soundtrack goes to Attack on Titan right now. I don't know what you're about to do, but I'm going to assume that's it.
Okay, I think this is. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Excuse me.
Bam, 35. Awesome. So if I come right here, and I am going to like as I burst into the darkness, I'm just gonna stab into this goblin with my rapier.
Okay. First off, you can't even see the goblin.
Oh, not even if I'm right next to him.
You wouldn't even know to move next to him because he's inside the darkness.
Oh. Well then,
Stab
Right.
the one that's grappled.
can I?
Yeah, you can stab the one that's grappled.
Yeah,
He's
that would be the way
actually
to do
way
it.
easier to hit.
Oh. But in the
But if you screw up, you could hit your buddy.
No, actually, that's not a thing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's
Yep.
yeah.
so that scene played out in my head,
Saved by the rules.
and then I was like, actually, no, that'd be really stupid. I can't even see him. That's ridiculous. And so instead, I move here, and I stab the one that my good friend Cosmo
Yeah,
was holding.
go ahead.
So this was like a VR action then.
I see you coming. I just kind of turn and hold him in your direction.
Oh yeah,
And
you
open
turn it.
shot.
Alright, that's
You're like you
4.
assume he's coming to help you, and then he has to be like, oh yeah, oh god damn it. No, that's not gonna be enough, unfortunately.
Dang it.
So
This is so
as you
bad,
move in,
guys.
you're rapiering him or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it bounces off of his buckler that he's just got. Like, oh god! Ah!
Actually, instead of spending my key point to get that feat, I'm gonna spend it to attack again.
Is that flurry of blows or is it another attack?
Let's see. Oh, I can't do that. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have to take the full attack action to do that. Oh, I can't.
can't
Never
move.
mind. That is it for me then.
All right, Flash.
All right. So Flash, seeing that this goblin's heavily engaged,
We got
he
him.
puts on his sunglasses.
I feel like maybe you're like Reaper, where the sunglasses fall off your face at the end of the round, and you just summon new ones. Okay.
They like fall and dissolve into black smoke.
Yeah.
They just like don't have a nose bridge, so they just show up for a split second and then go.
All right. I'm actually going to magic missile that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Looking like
Let's see. Shoot, how many magic
What
how
level are
many
you
missiles do we
casting
get
it
at third level? Well, it's just first level spell, so
Okay.
so that's just one, right?
Yep.
D4. Oh God.
All right. You deal 2 points of damage.
One
With
more point
Whipsters, you
3
actually
points.
deal 3. Yeah. When you hit the goblin in his shoulder, blood just like
from Tux.
explodes out.
What does your magic missile look like?
Ah! Ah!
It's
Yeah.
just it's just a thin light blue, like flame blue, bolt of energy that just kind of.
I was really hoping that like a Glock materialized out of nowhere. Just shot once, that disappeared.
Oh yeah, you gotta have those Tech 9s, Mac 10 magic missile drive-by.
No, it might
That's a
upgrade
thing
the
in this
effects of
world.
this spell once he gets a little higher level, but
All right, we're at the beginning of the round. Are you using
Yes.
your? Okay. All right, Cosmo, you're up first, and then everyone acts after you with the goblins last.
Should I re-roll the damage from the grapple since I'm still maintaining it?
No. All you have to do is confirm the grapple real quick.
Okay.
So just roll again, and you need to beat like a 10.
Well, I'm just not gonna say anything.
All you have to do is maintain it. And when you do, oh, he's okay. So I have a question, Cosmo. Have you killed a man before?
No, I was also thinking that he has not either. It's a brand new thing to him that.
But he's fucking
The
into
crowd
it,
is
right?
like, kill, 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 kill.
Crowd wants some blood, buddy.
What are you doing, man? You have more than enough damage here.
What
to
they
murder him.
want. Finish it, you fuck.
since he missed with his rapier, I just pull it back and just like nighty night and just keep
Do
squeezing
it.
it until there's nothing left.
Okay, yeah. Eventually you hear like a snapping noise as his thin, spindly neck snaps, and he falls to the ground dead. And the crowd is like, yeah! And as he falls, he drops his weapon, and the camera zooms in for a slow motion, like, ka-ting, ka-ting.
Why do I feel guilty? Anyway, okay.
You still have a move if you'd like.
I think his adrenaline is going too much to think about the kill right now, and he's probably just gonna, on auto mode, just kind of move ahead.
He'll get drunk later. It'll be fine.
I have a canteen full of wine, so it'll be
Killed my
fine.
first man. Yeah, so Cosmo's just not even going to think about the man he just killed and
Nope.
charges forward.
Just drops the corpse, leaves his long spear there as well, and just goes out with his hands and just starts going towards the guy down the
He
field.
literally just has an idea to choke. The goblins see him coming, he's like, hey, guys!
He's got that
Call
tongue
him-
out.
I'm gonna make him a
Call
puppet
him
later.
Choking Cosmo.
Choking. Oh, God.
All right, Guzo. Gozu. Let's do this.
So,
Guzo.
Guzo's kind of got his butt hanging out there in the wind, facing two of those guys without
Actually,
much support.
three.
Three.
The whole
I
north
see
side's
two.
been attacking him the whole time.
yeah.
He's
I've
covered
been-
in
I've been
buckets.
stoking a lot of fire because I was.
I think we should give Guzo 4 mojo points to use this round if you
All
need.
right, cool. Well, that's
That takes
accepted.
us down to 6.
Any of those equal an additional action?
No, you can add it to any attacks you make. Or
I'm gonna fuck this guy with my sword.
okay, well.
Good
make
thing
your
you
roll.
continued that sentence.
Well, Guzo
Otherwise,
has
this would have gotten into a very.
Yeah, we don't want to get disqualified.
Oh boy.
All right, everybody, say a prayer, make a wish. Hail Exofan!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Roll damage. This broadsword chopping action is definitely going to happen for you.
What's the damage code on that? I think it is 2d6.
I think broadswords or bastard swords are D10.
Swords. It's different.
They're D10.
D10
1d10.
Yep.
Yeah.
plus any strength modifier you have, plus the damage point from.
Yeah, you're within range of
From
the
which to-
bardic
Yep.
jam music.
Combat rock. Yo.
9.
Have you killed a man before?
Plenty.
Are you killing this one?
So here's what I want to happen. For some like badass cinematics. So like the human crowd's just seen this ball of darkness with arrows flying into it periodically, right?
So while that's happening, they do have like true speaking spells for the
Uh-huh.
pay-per-view viewers and the nobility. So some people are seeing this happen.
But like enough people don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is the sword just goes straight up through the goblin's chin and like out the top of its head, and he just like raises it up in the air, and then the fog drops.
You're gonna dismiss your darkness?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And then he just like slings it down onto the ground, and then he's gonna duck behind cover and get ready for the next attack. I don't know if I can grandstand and move at the same time.
No. Here's
I
why.
can't.
Dismissing your darkness is gonna be your move.
Dismissing my darkness is gonna be my move.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that was a bad plan. All right.
You can 5-foot step.
It's not a bad plan. That way, everyone else can see what's going
Yeah.
on.
Okay. So I'm gonna I can 5-foot step after dismissing my darkness.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I'm
now
gonna
everyone
duck
sees
behind
you.
that, so I'm covered from 2.
Guzo, you're like covered in wounds now, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're like holding this goblin up, and blood pressure is causing the blood to just drip all over you and cover in your own blood. It's yeah, it's bad.
I look
Are you gonna
metal
be on
as
this
hell.
TV?
If I'm like the rest of these people that have like the mesh, I've got like the real metal plate. And
All
I've
right,
just got,
Wipsta.
it's just like blue orc blood everywhere. It's great.
Whipster, let's talk about you. Your favorite
Yeah.
subject.
Are you happy here?
I'm going to let's see 1, 2, 3, 4. So no, I want to move 15, 20, 30.
So you killed your dude, right?
He did. Oh, he's super dead.
Yeah, I'll keep my music going, and I'll do 2 moves to go up here,
Woo.
going around the pillar.
Okay.
Oh man, I don't do that.
Flash.
Nope, I don't.
Can you attack,
Sure,
or did you
movement
move to full movement?
He used 2 movements.
Yep.
All right. Sunglasses go back on.
You're the worst. You're literally the fucking worst.
Let's see. 3 minutes down. Got 1 up there.
All right. I believe that's in range. It is. I'm actually going to shoot my short bow at this guy.
Okay. He's in cover, so he's going to get a bonus.
So 3, 4.
+1.
Oh. Yeah, I got that. Don't worry.
Tux is using the ancient bardic creed to scream +1 whenever anybody's nearby.
That's embedded in the song. It's subliminal messaging.
Ooh,
+1.
+1. Yeah, that's going to hit.
oh, it's like one of those songs. It's just a repetitive voice line, but then remixed.
What, one
Plus
plus.
one.
+1. +1. +1.
The backtrack is Darude Sandstorm. Yeah, Flash.
4 damage. That's a barbed arrow. It's now stuck in him.
Keep her kill,
Ooh.
Flash. Keep her kill.
Oh,
You just saw how
just
metal
went
eye
straight
looks,
into
right?
him. I'll just eye socket that thing and kill
All
him.
right, yeah, you Legolas him, and as he goes back, the monitors all slow motion unreplay it, and then they like reverse it, and then it's like slow motion, like
Just running up, sliding to the knees, churn, freaking Katniss got that thing.
The cameras cut to the orc section of the bleachers, where the orcs are going fucking nuts. They're like, goblins, die! There's a couple people that have like the South will rise again signs. Still getting beaten by the riot police like 20 minutes later. There's an actual entrenched battle in the bleachers section where they're like firing off riot gas, and yeah, it's pretty bad. This is pretty typical.
Uso wishes he was there.
All right, now it's the goblins' turn. The remaining 2 goblins attempt to surrender. Do you accept their surrender?
Do we have to honor it?
Yes, you do have to honor it, but you don't have to accept it.
It's considered dishonor. It's like bad if we don't, right? Like it's considered poor sportsmanship if we don't.
No, actually, you are fully within your rights to go and murder these people. You can be
Oh, I
like,
thought I
no
saw-
surrender.
No surrender.
I know what Guzzo's gonna do, but
Harmony, no surrender.
Guzzo's gonna try to kill every last godforsaken one of them. But that's
So let's get a quick party vote here. Guzzo says no surrender.
I'm okay with surrender if they want.
Whipsta,
I don't care.
you're the deciding vote, Whipsta.
Yeah, let's accept their surrender.
All right.
Guzzo
So the
looks-
crowd is a little iffy on this one. Some people are like, yeah, that's a good move. They got to save their stuff. And the other people are like, blood.
So I walk over into the center of the room, and like with a big flourish, I just immediately like scratch the records and stop them, and then I play a recording of the "Can You Dig It"
Perfect.
thing. And I'm
Are
gonna
you grandstanding?
Yeah, I'm grandstanding.
All right, perfect.
Oh, I wanted to grandstand too.
You can all
Too
grandstand.
bad.
Yeah, I think Crusoe's making a very visible show of being mad that he had to accept the surrender.
I'm gonna pull out my kukri, go and hack the
All right,
goblin's
before
head
you-
off, and hold it.
Wait.
By the
Before
arrow.
anybody rolls anything, after you take out an enemy, if you killed someone last round, you get a +1. And everybody gets a +2 for the surrender.
For the grandstanding?
For their grandstanding. So, if you killed someone, you get an additional +1, and you all get +2.
So
Whip
I still
said-
rolled a 1.
The crowd watched you be the one to be like the deciding vote, and they are not behind this.
Oh.
The orcs have inexplicably attached themselves to Guzo, and all the goblinoids are like, Guzo!
Crusoe's just roaring at the top of his lungs. Blood's just dripping down his whole body.
All right, mark down that you have 1 temporary fame point. Welcome to Xcrawl.
Welcome to Xcrawl, motherfucker.
My grandstanding. I'm gonna use my kukri to chop off its head, hold it up by the arrow, throw it up in the air, and then do my blast on it.
Are you sure
see.
you want to use?
That's
one of
wearing a
those
spell
as
slot. Don't
blast?
do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, I don't want to do that. So I'll just hold it up by the arrow.
Okay.
I'd like to grandstand as well. So-
All right. Let's see these. Oh shit!
So that's like all the humans going after the golden boy, right?
Yeah.
I think I'd walk back to get my long spear first because I don't leave any weapon behind, and just kind of pick it up and shine it off, and just kind of look up and do some kind of Apollo sign, whatever.
Oh
Just
yeah,
kinda-
the whole
Just like-
stadium. Everyone that's not in the bleachers stands up and gives the like Apollo circle, because Apollo is the patron saint of Xcrawl, and everyone.
True.
It's like the national anthem. You have to stand up and do it.
I
I'm
imagine
sorry.
that battle that's going on in the crowds in the grandstands. Everyone stops, does the symbol, and then resumes.
So Flash and Cosmo, make sure you mark down you have 1 temporary point of fame.
I guess I'm just gonna moonwalk as Sir Michael of Jackson taught us back over here, and
I believe you mean Lord Jackson.
Jackson, of course, and check what's in this here treasure chest.
Okay. Inside the treasure chest is a like voucher for 1 custom crafted longsword. And so what this is a sword handle that has been perfectly stylized to your grip and to your fighting style. So they're gonna like have somebody come out for a week and train with you and watch you fight, and then make a weapon, a longsword that's perfectly crafted to Whipster's abilities.
Nice.
Oh,
Does Guzo find anything special for him? Is it just like a?
Nope,
a
it's
dope-
just whoever opened the chest first gets it.
Oh, that's horse shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh,
I got my masterwork.
I just
fine.
eye Whipster coldly.
yeah.
and you can use this weapon in Xcrawl. So make sure you write down that you have a voucher for 1 custom crafted longsword.
It's nice.
All right.
What did I say about that giving me a headache? Damn it! I just killed arrows.
So
Shit, long store sealed bastard.
For
as you guys clean yourselves off, maybe begin brushing off. DJ Callie is giving some backstory, and she's like, when I was 16, I was the club commissioner of XCOM in my high school. And by the time I was 18, I was already planning for this crawl. For the last 5 years, I've been setting it up. I'm doing my master's thesis on this crawl. Support me, Kay. And then she gives like her Twitter account at DJ Callie, and then she gives her school, which is University of Washington, to like text her professors and let them know that she's the best and that her master's should go through. And she does like
can we hear this in the thing?
yeah, you guys can see it. When
she
you
goes
open
to
the treasure
University of
chest,
Washington?
the no-go door appears, and a like wall panel that shows what's going on in the stadium. There are other groups that are doing crawls in different dungeon modules, so it's not just you guys. There's like 4 groups going through at once. And you're based on time performance.
I'm guessing we don't have the option to like sit out and rest for a little bit, do we?
Okay, so there will be some rooms will be in a row, and then some rooms will have what's called a safe room, where you have to spend a mandatory at least 1 minute and not more than 1 hour in them.
Okay, do short rests regen hit points in this game?
No.
No.
You'll need a cleric or a messenger to do stuff like that.
Okay.
What about if somebody happens to have a first aid kit?
First aid can stop bleeding and stuff, but it can't recover hit points.
Oh, okay.
So that means I have to use spell slots to heal someone.
Yes. Or if you find a wand of healing at some point, or scrolls, generally items like that. So while it continues to go through DJ Callie's life, the door is there for you to open when you're ready.
Then that's the next level, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
the next room.
That's right in front of us.
You said DJ Callie goes to the University of Washington?
Yep.
Oh, cool. I'm from Seattle. Rock on.
Dated a girl from there once.
It turns out, much like Shadowrun, given that all the creators of this particular game live in Seattle, they made Washington State be a really big deal.
Do we want to take a break before we go into the next room, or are we going to keep going?
We got 10 minutes. I think we can probably start the next encounter.
Okay.
Okay.
But in character, you of course have a chance to take a break here if you want to do anything.
I don't think I'm good.
Come
Flash
on, you
is just like,
pansies.
I
You want
sub-
to live forever?
Now you're
It's a
speaking
little
about
longer.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go on, boys.
Thank you for turning off that piece of shit machine.
It goes in and out. I use it when I need to.
As you enter the next room,
As you want it back.
you guys can array yourselves anywhere you want in the arena that's not in the sands. As you come in, there's like a thing flashing on the wall behind you that you can't, like the audience can't see it, but you can. That's like, do not attack outside the sands. The person in the sands is like a 16-year-old orc kid who's got tattoos on his forehead that say traitor and heretic. And everyone is like booing as you enter the arena.
Damn.
And then when they see you, everyone's like, yeah! And you can hear DJ Callie voice-overing about this particular person. His name is Esmond Pang, and she's like, oh, poor Esmond, there he was in Division 2, talking terrible things about our great emperor, Ronald I. Telling us that Ronald is a terrible, horrible liar. Esmond Pang is a bad, bad man. But he's got a chance to redeem himself. All he has to do is kill 4 of his compatriots, and he's going to be allowed to go free. And everyone's like, boo, kill him.
I'm recording Callie's talk as she's talking about how shitty this Desmond kid is.
Yep.
I got a thing.
Kuzo
We're
looks
gonna DJ mix it.
Yeah.
Can I try to engage this kid? Like talk to him?
The kid is like, guys, listen up. Like, you have to realize I'm here to be a reminder to you. One way or another, I'm going to die. There's no chance I can take the 4 of you out. This is a reminder to you. If you ever step out of line, if you do anything against the government, they will kill you. They will do it publicly. They will do it shamefully. They will murder you. You have to resist. You have to resist.
I'm sorry, what was that? I don't speak heretic.
Flash
All right.
kind of settles his sunglasses.
Who do you pray to, child?
He's like,
Hail Apollo, bitch.
oh, he's like, Apollo is a lie. Xcrawl is a brutal sport. Murder
Yes,
is not
it
the
is.
way.
you pray to? Stop sprouting mindless babble and tell me.
He just gets behind his shield and prepares for combat.
Next, you're going to tell me that Crystal Pepsi isn't amazing.
Hey,
So
And then Guzo steps forward and he's going to fight this kid.
if you guys are all okay, so stay at the edge of the sand. We'll roll initiative. As combat's preparing to happen, he reaches behind the shield and whips out a heavy repeating crossbow which he lays on the top of his shield gangster
Oh
style.
shit, motherfucker!
Let's go ahead and
Now,
roll some
are these?
initiative.
Is this a pillar in the middle, or is this something?
No, those are pits. Like those are
Okay.
actual
Oh,
10
those are
foot deep
pits,
pits that you
okay.
can fall into.
Can you
and
move
possibly
someone
die.
when he's grappled?
Yes, you can. Instead of dealing damage,
Just wanna
you can move
I'm
him when
looking
he's
at
grappled.
you.
Throw him in the pit.
throw him in the pit.
Looking at you, Lucas.
Lucas
Grappling.
can do this. This is the thing he can do.
All right. So for initiative, do we click on the token first?
Yes, you have to click on the token and then roll it and put your initiative modifier in.
Sorry if that yell made me peek. I didn't think about it until I did it.
Nope, I don't think so. We're
Okay.
looking
Yeah, you're
good.
good.
I did it right this time. Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Oh, he rolled pretty dang good. Flash, what's your modifier? 7? Okay,
Plus
you're acting
4.
first.
All right. Well, actually, I'm gonna hold action.
Okay. He has to like delay as well until someone enters the arena. He is not allowed to open. He's okay. So you see, he's got like an electric shock collar. That might also be a bomb collar. It's not really clear.
Is it just going to be a
Ooh.
waiting game until someone goes out? Because if
Yeah.
that's the case,
As soon as someone hits the sands, he's gonna start acting.
Yeah, nobody can. He literally can't do anything until one of us steps on the sand.
Yep. Cosmo, you're up.
Oh, I like that. So I'm
Oh,
not.
we should just circle all the way around, and
That's-
that way he can't use his
that's what I
damn
was-
crossbow.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, if you do that, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna circle as well.
Well, keep 2 people on this side, circle the other 2 around.
Is everyone holding action? Is the question.
I was holding action because I'm a tiny little blaster, and I don't want to have this guy directed solely at me.
All right,
Okay.
Whip. So what are you doing?
Is that right space? I basically tried to circle all the way around and stay
Yep.
out of the stands.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here,
Okay.
and as I'm doing that, I'm like sliding records together and preparing things. And so, as I get there, I start music kind of starts playing a little bit. It's like that same kind of like beginning thing, and then it plays DJ Khaled's "Desmond is a bad man." I'm using my disrespect.
Oh, you motherfucker! All right, tell me
Oh,
about
that
this
sounds
shit.
nasty.
So I make an intimidation check, and as long as I make that every round that I hold it up, and as
Yeah.
long as it's successful, he takes a -2 to attacks, damage, skill checks, and will saves.
Yep. Go ahead.
Hey.
All right.
So DJ Callie is up on the platform booth, and she's just like, "Oh, oh no! I think I might be in love."
Yeah.
Uso turns around and
Yeah,
wins.
go whips
Oh,
up.
you're a son of a bitch. All right. He is gonna come out of delay. Technically, Flash, if you want to, you can come out of delay first.
No, I will not come out of delay first.
Okay. All right. He is gonna fire that big bad boy right at Whipster, and with his penalty,
Rip.
22 to hit.
Damn. Yes.
Ooh.
All right. So it fires for 4 points of damage,
Okay.
and then it loads another round in immediately.
Oh God, he has Bianca.
Yeah. He looks down
wait,
at it. He seems
that's
pretty
minus 2.
impressed by the weapon.
So it's only 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God. How does the weapon deal less damage? Like, is it the physical force of your magical sound like slows the
The
bolt?
sonic waves.
Yeah,
It's traveling
it's
towards
a
you.
sonic.
It must be.
It's a sonic loop, so, like, the sound waves are just like the bolts coming forward, and it's like shee.
All right.
It still hits me in the shoulder, but it got slowed down a lot from like these like waves of magic sound.
All right, Guzzo.
Okay. I think we get like maybe there's even a close up of Guzzo's face where there's a little bit of inner turmoil in this. But then he like shrugs it off and just runs forward.
He's like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Lol, JK. Let's see here. So sorry. There's actually been a couple changes to the mojo pool. Every time you roll a natural 20, you get 1, and every time you roll a 1, you lose 1.
Oh, damn.
Roll a
So
0.
it
Doesn't that
actually
balance out?
you actually lose 1 point from before, but you get 1 for room victory. So yep, you stay at 6.
Cool.
Okay, Guzzo. Sorry, I didn't track where you were running from. Did you? Oh, you ran right around the pit and just ran into short range with them.
50. There he moved
Yeah, I'm just
55.
getting right up in his face, and I'm like not close enough to attack, but I'm maybe like just like smacking at his shield with my shield.
All
Just
right,
being like,
Flash.
"Come on, do
It's the
something."
end of the round. One way or
Yep.
another, you either need to shit or get off the pot.
Just hang
Yeah,
out,
someone
man.
else needs to use
All
it.
right.
There's no sense on you wasting hit points.
All right. I'll take a pot shot at him with my short bow.
Okay.
Nice. 20 for 5.
Yes.
And I'm going to bring the noise because it's a new level.
Nice. Get at that sweet,
so I
sweet
just-
mojo.
Go running up, do the sliding Katniss again, hop up, shoot him, and then just turn to the crowd like,
I'm
what?
sorry, did you just call it the Katniss?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your grandstanding check.
Yes.
There's other
Do it
archers.
to Katniss.
I prefer
There
the
are no
Hawkeye.
other archers.
Yeah.
I like the idea that in this world, Katniss was like a world, like a fictitious story of like an Xcrawler's rise to power. Like the opposite. It's like the opposite. It was set in a perfect world where there was no Xcrawl, and then she like was inspired by Apollo to make Xcrawl. That's what happens.
Not
Hail
quite.
Apollo.
DJ Hero Bane's the master of that story. We'll talk about him later, though. You know what? We'll go one more round and then we'll cut to the break. Cosmo.
I have a question. I'm gonna go up and grapple him. Can I charge on a grapple?
Yes, you can charge grapple. You'll take a -2 to AC, but you get a +2 to attack.
Okay.
What does
That's what's happening right there.
they act simultaneously, right?
Kind of.
Or do NPCs concede to PCs if they're on the same initiative? I'm just wondering if he's going to have time to try and poke at me first.
I mean, not if he's grappled, which he definitely is.
Oh snap!
He's not doing any. So he can't use he can't use anything that requires more than one hand. So
he's basically defenseless.
he can't use his giant ranged
Bianca.
heavy crossbow.
Good.
Yeah, he's locked in. Whipsta, are you maintaining your?
That I am.
Okay.
I just like wrap myself around his around his waist or
A
something.
12 is not going to be enough to intimidate him.
Ah, crap. Okay. All right then. I will just. Can I move up and? Yeah. All right. I'll just move up and rapier him then.
All right, it's going to be super easy.
Yeah, you got this.
Stabby.
Damn it!
Apparently not that easy.
No.
It's
Not
like
that
a
Maybe what happens is less that you like miss, but more that like Guzzo's like so into this, he maybe gets in your way a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like rushing up to stab, and then you kind of like sidestep a little bit, like
I'm just like,
oh.
I'm
trying to get him in
like
the
getting
head.
ready for a big strike.
So he drops the crossbow and from behind the shield pulls out a knife and goes for Whipster's neck. And a 20, I think, is going to hit.
Jeez, yeah.
Yep. So he hits you for 4 damage, even as he's
3
being
damage.
dragged away by
Minus
For 2 damage.
2 damage.
Your intimidate didn't succeed.
Oh yeah. Shit. Sorry. Yep.
Oh, damn.
So even as he's being dragged away, he's still like knifing you.
I'm trying to get my arms around him. He's being squirmy.
And he's like, "You'll be first. You'll be first, Jammer. They'll take you alive."
I think you see something wait, I'm not up yet.
No, you're up. It's you.
I think you see something visibly change in Guzzo and the way he's fighting. Like before, it was very like defensive and maybe a little bit showy at times. But now there's like a different type of like savagery about it.
Guzzo, take +2 from mojo points.
Yeah, I'm also activating combat expert.
So you're okay. So combat expertise. You're minusing 1 from your attack to give you more defense.
No, I'm I'm trading my. I think it's a complete swap. Trade AC for attack.
I think it's the other way around. You trade attack for AC.
Power attack
Combat
is
expertise.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
What's it called?
charge does it for.
Combat expertise. You take a -1 penalty on melee attack rolls to gain a dodge bonus to your armor class.
That's not what I wanted. How do I go about getting extra?
There's not something that sacrifices.
Okay.
Basically, you can
AC.
charge if you're gonna.
He's already based
Yeah.
at base. He's literally standing.
Oh,
right
I'm
next
looking.
to
I'm
him.
looking at Flash. Whoops.
Yep.
All right.
Well, then nothing happens. But the
Yeah,
fighting
that's
style
happening.
does. Nothing mechanically changes.
Okay.
The fighting style does change. It becomes much more brutal.
But you do get that +2 from Mojo.
Wow. Okay. Roll some damage there.
1d10
What
plus
do you-
1.
Would he get flanking if he had moved into flank position?
He's all okay. So in my expanded flanking rules, anyone on the opposite side is flanking.
Oh, that's
so
right.
he
Okay.
is flanking right now.
All right.
Yep.
So wait,
Roll
I
some
am
damage.
flanking?
Yes.
How much extra damage do I get?
None. I mean, flanking doesn't deal extra damage. It
Okay.
just gives you a
Bonus
+2
to
to
hit.
attack.
Okay. 6.
All right. He's looking pretty bad right now.
Oh.
And more importantly, he's being like choked off, so he's like trying to scream at you about the terrors of Emperor Ronald's reign. Flash.
I love it.
Flash puts his sunglasses on
Flash Bandicoot.
and walks 10 feet over this way, waving at the crowd as he does.
Are you doing?
Man.
Are you doing the queen wave? Or you're like, hello?
And he's just turning, like, pulling at him, like,
How does a
Okay.
blaster train an athlete? I just gotta go back on that. I'm just trying to think about it.
I mean, it's the
he
same
doesn't.
way.
He just says he does.
It's the same way StarCraft 2 coaches who have never played StarCraft 2 run pro teams.
Right,
They're
right,
literally just like, that play didn't look good. You lost the game. You should probably redo it and not do that thing. Don't
Ah,
believe
alright.
me? That's a real thing that happens on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ba, 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 ba.
Ooh.
All right, you get 1 mojo point for that critical. Go ahead and try to confirm it.
nope.
No. All right, 2 points of damage.
That'll do.
He's looking pretty bad. He's asking for a surrender.
Oh, refuse.
Okay.
Maybe I don't
No.
see it because I'm half Nelson him.
Oh,
And,
yeah, he's like begging for a surrender.
Oh, maybe we should leave it up to the crowd.
You notice that no one is actually bothering Cosmo for not being in the sand, right? Like, no one is like, boo, bad weapon. Everybody's like, yeah, kill him. What's the
Yeah, dude,
the
you
line?
need to get down to the sand.
Why?
What's the put him in a body bag, Johnny.
Here's
I think they want the pit, everybody.
Am I supposed to be in the sand?
Yeah, I'll actually turn around to the crowd and I'll be chanting, pit, 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 pit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, we're going to go on a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the origin of Xcrawl. And then we're going to find out what does happen to our good friend Mr. Pang here. So stick around. We'll be back in about 7 minutes.
Oh, Mr. Pang. Mr. Edmond Pang.